She thought he was just another delivery guy. Poor, simple, unimportant. What she didn't know was that the man she insulted was actually the owner of the company. And when the truth came out, her reaction shocked everyone. It was a calm morning in New York. David, a self-made millionaire, liked to visit his own café once a week, but not as the boss. He dressed simply, wearing jeans, a hoodie, and an old cap. He wanted to see how his employees treated ordinary people. That's when he met Rachel, a new employee. From the very first moment, her attitude was sharp, cold, and dismissive. She looked at him with disgust and said rudely, "Hey, the back door's for deliveries. Customers don't come in that way." David smiled gently and replied, "Oh, I'm not delivering. I just came for a coffee." Rachel rolled her eyes and muttered under her breath, "These people always think they belong here." Rachel had no idea who she was talking to. She judged David instantly, by his clothes, his skin, and his quiet tone. When David ordered his coffee, she served it cold, both literally and emotionally. But David didn't argue. He just smiled, thanked her, and left a $100 tip on the counter. Rachel laughed sarcastically and said, "Right, fake money probably." What she didn't realize was that the cafe's manager and the security cameras had witnessed everything. A few days later, the cafe announced that the CEO would be visiting in person. Everyone was nervous and dressed up to make a good impression. Rachel was the most excited. She wanted to impress the boss and maybe get a promotion. When the doors opened, her smile vanished instantly. It was him, the same man she had insulted days ago. David walked in calmly, wearing the same quiet confidence. The room went silent. Rachel froze, her fake smile fading. David looked straight at her and said firmly, "So, am I allowed to come in the front door this time?" Rachel's hands shook. She tried to speak, but words wouldn't come out. David continued, "You see, I started this cafe with nothing. I used to clean tables, take orders, and I never disrespected anyone. But what hurts me isn't what you said to me. It's how you treat people who look like me." Tears filled Rachel's eyes as the other employees stood in silence, ashamed and surprised. David didn't yell or humiliate her. He simply walked away, letting the silence teach its own lesson. A week later, Rachel received a letter. She wasn't fired, but she was suspended with a condition. If she volunteered for 3 weeks at a local shelter and attended anti-bias training, she could keep her job. At first, she was furious, but when she began working at the shelter and met people who had lost everything, yet still treated others with kindness, something inside her changed. She started to understand what real struggle and real respect meant. She realized kindness isn't about status, it's about character. When Rachel returned to the cafe, she was a different person. She greeted everyone warmly, smiled at customers, and treated everyone equally. She even walked up to David and said softly, "I judged you, and I'm sorry. You taught me something I'll never forget." David smiled and replied, "People change when they're given a chance, not when they're shamed. Respect doesn't depend on wealth, color, or clothes. You never know who you're talking to, but more importantly, you never know how your kindness could change a life. Treat everyone with respect, because true wealth is kindness."